All right, welcome back, everybody. Uh, so I know I haven't really posted anything about my world tour lately, but it will continue. I'm actually starting a new series where I will have a dispatcher that will send me on flights under contracts, and I feel that it will kind of simulate like a pilot, life of a pilot, the everyday workings, and doing regional flights and then evolving into cargo or uh, overseas. I think that would be pretty fun, and just overall learning the discipline. I will have most of my flights in VR, and yeah, I will go through at my very best the processes. So I'm going to turn the batteries on. Okay, and we have external power, so we're going to enable the external power. Gonna test the APU fire. It doesn't seem to want to go yet. Alright, you might have to turn it on first, but... Alright, so... Let's get aligned. The navigation. Pearson is a little bit tricky. And it looks like might have some rain. No. Yeah. Pearson's a little bit tricky on the exit. Everyone has to follow manual routing. Okay, so our payload 500. Well, let's take it from Scene Brief. There we go. That was fast. Live gross rate 520.25. We're gonna send it out to the computer. And we're gonna toggle the jetway luggage. We don't need the catering for this. So I know I have no livery on here, but let's just say it's under a subcontract. I have an 8 flight contract or 8 sector. So uh, departure, well, say if I land in Ottawa and then I have to fly back, that's basically the completion of a sector. So it should be fun. I haven't really, the dispatch hasn't really mentioned where I'll be going, but chances are it's going to be local to the East Coast and maybe the Midwest possibly. And it'll expand. I'm going to see how I fare with this aircraft. I do like the XLR though, but this is more appropriate for the type of routing. Okay, looks like the baggage is done. We have a full cabin. Okay, we are aligned. Fix the QNH, which is the air pressure. Go down to the MCU. Okay. I believe this is a new aircraft. Not gonna touch this. This is only relevant in real life unless in career mode there's some required maintenance. Aside from that, everything looks okay. Alright, so from going to be going to Ottawa, Wilfrid Laurier Airport. The cost index is going to be 40. The flight number is AC 1988. Gonna get the wind. There we go. That's done there. I already sent the performance, so our V1 is 145. Same as the rotation. So this is the decisions. If we have to cancel the takeoff, 140, we do not exceed 145. We actually lift off. So 145 is the rotation speed, and V2 is our minimum speed if we have an engine failure. We have to turn back. Flaps are going to be 1. The value is up. Up, and it's going to be 2.3. Kind of heavy. We have 7.5 tons of fuel. And we have a full cabin with 105 passengers, or 180 passengers plus crew. Flex the temp, 58 degrees Celsius. Okay, we're going to confirm that. Next phase. Okay, that's just a kind of like a speed limiter below 10,000 feet. Alright, so destination QNH. Gonna check the weather first. Local QNH is 1014. Oh, for fuck's sakes. It's currently 29 degrees. What a day. This is live weather right now. As if I was sitting at Pearson right now. Okay, so the wind is at 240 degrees and it's at 3 knots. That might change. It will change. Flight is about an hour. I'm gonna be approaching an RNAV, which I've never done before, but if anything, I'll do a visual approach with headings, and I'll just follow the nav line. Obviously, after I get clearance. Why I picked that runway for, but it doesn't have an ILS. Okay, runway 25. Heading is 250. That should be our heading on the approach. The frequencies are already going to be inputted because Airbus is awesome. Elevation is 372 feet. So what I want to do is I'm going to check the charts for the approach. 5. Okay. Gotta be at 2,000 feet. 1,000 feet. I got 14 degrees. Yeah, I just want to make sure I get this correct. Okay, so before we get to the last 5 nautical miles, so at 10 nautical miles, you want to be at 3,000. Sorry, at 5 nautical miles, half of that, you want to be at 1,000 feet. Okay, so the elevation is 377. Okay, this might be incorrect, but that'll be my minimums for the approach. At elevation, 377. Okay, let me just see one more thing here. Runway 25. Approaches. RNAV. Okay, it's not going to show me anything here. Oh, there we go. Go. Oh, this is the one we're looking for. Uncompensated barrel. Okay. Okay, so I believe it's this number here. Alright, so I'm gonna guess. Not right, but I have to look it up later. I'm gonna put 750. To be safe. Landing configuration, we're gonna go with full flaps. This is the target speed. Depending on the wind, it might be a little bit higher or lower. So if you have a tailwind, you can either go the exact speed, or if we have a wind that's coming in our direction, you want to be a little bit higher because it's going to be adding that drag. About 5 knots. That's done. Go to the flight plan. Okay, so Verdo 07 is a manual route. So what I'm going to do is direct to Alcut. Hopefully this works. I had too much frustration the other day, so. Verdo 7. It's not a waypoint. That's nice. 15 left. I'll sub. Insert. Alright, this is where it gets confusing. We got this manual route. Okay, I'll just do next waypoint. There we go. Hopefully this works out. Finally fixed it. Gonna do a RNF 25 and it's Texan. 25Y. Ah, okay. Interesting. Whatever. Procedure. Doesn't show up in here. That's unfortunate. Okay. P. Go. Right. Start the APU. Cut the ground. No! Fuck's sake. I had the fucking batteries on. What the fuck? Fuel tanks. Nah, not yet. It looks like it's gonna work this time, eh? Hopefully. manage 2,000 feet. Get rid of the ground power. Start the APU bleed. And we're going to jump into VR. Okay, we're inside. Okay, well, this is the TCAS. Important that that's on. TARA for takeoff. And we're gonna be, let's do above and below. And we're gonna leave it in auto. Just in case they want to call for standby. Looks like all the doors are closed. I gotta take away the jetway. Goodbye. All right. Few bleeds on. I want to get some clearance.
Toronto clearance delivery. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 IFR to Ottawa. Ready to copy.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is cleared to Ottawa Airport via the Verdo 7 departure, ELSA transition, runway 15 left. Climb via SID maintain 3000 expect flight, level 270, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 128.8, squawk 127 tree.
Cleared to Ottawa via the Verdo 7 departure. ELSA transition, runway 15 left. Climb via SID maintain 3000 expect flight level 270 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 128.8, squawk 127 tree. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, read back correct. Contact ground on 122.875. Good day.
There's Togo. Okay, I'm gonna close this. That's calibrated. Alright. Take off the parking brake. Let's tune into ground. And get our push back.
Ground, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Gate Tree 6 Charlie, Information India. Request pushback.
Beacon light.
DG88
Open
Yankee
auto.
Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Ground. Pushback approved.
Window lights. Everything's on. Smoking signs. There.
Ground, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 with India. Ready to taxi IFR.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Taxi to and hold short of runway 15 left via taxiway Alpha Tango Alpha. Hotel Bravo cross runway 05 Bravo Juliet. Contact tower on 1 tree decimal 1 when ready.
Engine 2 start.
Taxi to and hold short runway 15 left via taxiway Alpha Tango Alpha Hotel Bravo cross runway 05 Bravo Juliet. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Ground, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, requesting pushback.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Pushback request accepted.
Okay, we're gonna start engine 1. Park and brake enabled. Takeoff configuration set. Flaps 1. Okay, we could leave this open for now. I want both flight directors on. Alright, the ignition's back in its neutral position, and let's start rolling. See what warning we have here. Okay, hold on. One thing. once back in here. That's not good. One thing I forgot. That's great. Fuel and prediction. Okay. How did they not agree? Okay. Oh wow, it fucking works for once. A lot of rain. Alright. Well, we gotta get the predicted wind sheet. There we go. Alright, let's go. $145. APU bleed off. Off. Looks like we're going to be crossing a runway here.
DG-88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Hold position. Caution the Cessna Caravan on the taxiway.
Hold position. DG-88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Where is he? Further up.
Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Continue taxi.
Roger. DG-88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Tower, DG-88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 at runway 15 left ready for departure IFR to Ottawa.
DG-88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, altimeter 29904. Cleared for takeoff runway 15 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 15 left, DG-88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
V1, rotate. Landing gear. Cleaning flaps.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, contact Toronto departure on 128.8.
Autopilot set. And we got nav. Set the climb. I'm gonna set
DG88
27,000.
Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, did you copy?
Managed.
Going to 128.8. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Nice, I fixed it. I fucking
Toronto
fixed it.
departure. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is passing 2,200, climbing 3,000.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, Toronto departure, altimeter 29904, radar contact, continue to Alkit. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, climb and maintain flight level 270.
Climb and maintain flight level 270. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Lovely weather.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, contact Toronto Center on 124.925. Good day.
Going to 124.925. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Center. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is at 8,600, climbing flight level 270.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, Toronto Center, altimeter 29904, radar contact, continue to Bhutan.
Yep, so that annoying manual leg, I managed to get it automated. And now we're following the path. Awesome. We're gonna have a cruising altitude of 27,000 feet. Get above these clouds.
for DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is at 13,200 climbing flight level 270.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Center, altimeter 29906. Radar contact. Continue to Verdo. Quarter 2485. Climb and maintain 2,100.
almost there. We're almost at El Sub.
Alpha, Oscar Tree 410, contact Toronto Center on 124.675. Good day.
124.675 for DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is at flight level 265 climbing flight level 270.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, Toronto Center. Radar contact, continue to ELSA.
We'll start our descent.
Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Request 17,000.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Descend and maintain 17,000.
Descend and maintain 17,000, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Be at 9,000.
Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree
Request 9,000.
410. Descend and maintain 17,000. Expect 9,000.
Descend and maintain 17,000. Expect 9,000. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect Renav Yankee runway 25 approach via Texan transition. Clear to Texan.
Maintain present heading and altitude. Expect Renav Yankee runway 25 approach via Texan transition. Cleared to Texan. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Five 530. When we get to Capital. Apply some speed brake. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. You are 2,800 below your assigned altitude. Climb and maintain 17,000 altimeter to 9er7.
Climb and maintain 17,000. D88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. right heading 100, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Come on, baby. All right.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Please expedite your climb. 17,000. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Please expedite your climb. 17,000.
Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Cancel IFR at this time.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is type Airbus A20N, 11 miles west of Charlie November Charlie 9er, 10,200. Request flight following.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Center. Squawk 0022.
Squawk 0022, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
DG88
Roger, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Fuck
9 miles
off.
west of Charlie November Charlie 9er, 9500. Request IFR to Ottawa, ready to copy.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is cleared to Ottawa Airport as filed. Squawk 0022.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 cleared to Ottawa Airport is filed. Squawk 0022.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Read back correct. Radar contact 8900. Altimeter 2996 turn right heading 105. Climb and maintain 17,000.
Turn right heading 105. Climb and maintain 17,000. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 would like to cancel IFR.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Toronto Center, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410 is type Airbus A20N, 6 6 miles northwest of Charlie November Charlie Niner 8200. Request flight following.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, Toronto Center. Squawk 7515.
Squawk 7515, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Radar contact 6 miles north of Charlie November Charlie Niner 7800. Altimeter 29905.
Roger, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410, contact Montreal Center on 1 tree 4.975. Good day.
Going to 1 tree 4.975, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
This is your captain speaking. We are almost in Ottawa. We're about to get to the approach, so please listen to the cabin crew and fasten your seatbelts and keep all your belongings stowed or underneath your seat. We are about 15 to 20 minutes away. And thank you for flying with us today. And welcome to Ottawa. Good evening. flaps 1. We're over speed. With the localizer. Apply some speed brake. Okay, we're at our closing altitude. We're 58. full flap set. Okay, I see the runway. The airplane's mine.
$1,000. Minimum 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 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 5. Retard.
A bit of a rough landing, but not too bad, I guess. There's no mention of any damage to the aircraft. It's always good. taxi to the gates.
Ottawa ground, DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Request taxi to the gate.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Taxi to gate 24 using taxiway Charlie Cross runway Tree 2 Charlie Bravo.
Taxiing to gate 24 using taxiway Charlie Cross runway Tree 2 Charlie Bravo. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
It's an awesome little plane. I like it.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Hold position. Caution the Bombardier's gate on the taxiway.
Okay, I'll take the
Hold
other
position.
taxiway.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410. Continue taxi.
Roger. DG88 Yankee Alpha Oscar Tree 410.
Alright. We're gonna continue with the return flight. How much fuel I have? Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it on the pause menu for now. But I'm gonna stop the recording, stop the stream, take a break. Yeah, 37 minutes, not bad. Now the return to Toronto. About an hour or so. See you then.